Hello, welcome to Power Fridays Live, and I'm your host Janelle Pulley, and I'm so excited to enjoy to have this evening here with you. And I just want to say that Power Fridays Live is a live broadcast with a vision of impacting the world through sharing transformation, spiritual growth, and leadership development in business for entrepreneurs. And power and purpose are fundamental components of a fulfilling life. Power has a positive effect on people to be influenced, to encourage a course of being in action and creating relationships. And we interview entrepreneurs making a difference and discuss business strategies for entrepreneurs. And tonight, my guest internet was down, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have a guest this evening, but the show must go on. And with the title that we had about superheroes in leadership, and I'm so, like, looking at the different aspects of being a superhero, what it takes to be a superhero, and living into your purpose in life and leadership. I hold a master's in business administration and leadership, and it studying leadership is different from performing leadership. Being in front of people, delegating, I'm super excited. I'm being a leader, there's a certain delegation that goes on. And you have a vision, and being a visionary is very important in leadership. And thank you so much for joining us tonight as we explore the fascinating, like, intersections of like superheroes and leadership. I was like, oh, I really like that topic. Let me research a little more. And then I had to think, like, what superheroes do I like? I'm like, I watch the X-Men, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Batwoman, and all of the Wonder Woman, Batgirl. Gosh, there's so many to name. And of course, in the X-Men franchise, there's so many to name. And of course, Black Panther, we don't want to leave that out. Because when I looked at it, I was like, oh, wonder what characteristics like Wonder Woman and Black Panther, have in reference to leadership and being a superhero. And this is what we found out. You know, superheroes have captured our imaginations for like many, many decades. They showcase their extraordinary abilities and inspire us with their heroic actions. Even the bad guys, even the even the bad the guys who are the villains with the superhero, because it takes a villain and a superhero, well, to be a superhero, right? To fight off the villain and to conquer and just create the world a better place. I know often the scripts are written, it's like, oh yeah, the world's going to be ending, or we're going to save the world in some kind of way. It's like it's all about saving people and saving the world. But what we can learn from these iconic figures when it comes to leadership. So I'm going to delve in a few qualities about superheroes that make them effective leaders, and how we can apply those lessons in our own lives and our organizations. So let's put our cape on, and dive into the world of superhero leadership. The power of purpose in superheroes, they're driven by a sense of purpose, a mission to protect and serve. So when I see a leader and they're saving someone, but then they're also providing a service to everyone as well. Examples of superheroes that have a clear purpose are like Superman, Captain America, and they have impacts in their respective worlds. And they also need to articulate like a compelling vision and a purpose to inspire and motivate their teams. And like Captain America, and the team. Superman, he's not so much team oriented. However, he did render assistance from Lois Lane from time to time. But embracing the diversity and inclusion, they usually come from like some other world, and then they try to incorporate themselves in America. And because they have these special powers, then, they try to fit in and blend in. So that whole embracing diversity and inclusion, they have to look at themselves and then foster a culture of try to be inclusive, fitting in, and the Avengers is a great aspect of this and how their diverse talents and their backgrounds contribute to their success. So look at yourself in the mirror and look at and write down, what your talents are, and then how are your talents contributing to your success as a leader, as a business leader, as an independent business owner. For that matter, look at how your diverse talent and your background contribute to your success. And being adaptive and resilient in that framework of being a business owner, you have to adapt to what's going on. And America right now, where they're looking at, it's like, oh, is there going to be a recession? Well, let me tell you, tune in here to Power Fridays Live each and every Friday, and we will ensure that recession proof your life. We will not be participating in the recession. As a business owner, you want to look at opportunities there to face the challenge and adapt to the ever changing circumstances and be agile, be able to pivot in this new normal that we're experiencing and navigate through the uncertainty and the adversity when it comes to your finances. We'll be delivering a free How Many Works uh, program over 8 weeks. You'll receive a certificate. We'll get started like next in the next 2 weeks with that programming for the summer program and providing that financial literacy education. So very super excited about that because there is an importance with resiliency, and so that you can face the setbacks. And superheroes are able to turn a setback and come back and conquer. So that adaptability and resilience is very important. So when I look at the way that you see a superhero, as empowering others, empowering yourself, it's like, wow, how do they do that? How do they, spring from leaps and bounds? How do they really protect themselves and keep from passing away in the process, right? Unlocking their true potential, unlocking what's really there for them, focusing on like developing their team members. It's like, hey, you're coming along, or hey, you're not coming along, but knowing like who they should bring along at that moment in time to help support them with what the goal is to accomplish. And providing guidance and fostering growth. Spider-Man, he was left behind in some of those different scenes, and it's like, okay, you can come, but then, wait, stay back. But then at the moment in time that you needed Spider-Man threw his web out and was able to support the superheroes in that moment. So there's different leaders who empower others and create a supportive environment. I think Iron Man is a great leader who basically empowers others and create that supportive environment. And he's able to bring people together, and he's able to say, hey, yeah, you come, you do this, you do that. And then they all work together as a team. So teamwork, of course, they say makes the dream work. But all in all, you may look at, it's like, well, was that really a good decision that that person made to blow up the building, to destroy a lot of property, and bring forth destruction? So you have to ask yourself, it's like, do I have to cut off something here to make something else happen? Do I have to destroy this to, make this happen? But superheroes as yourself, you may face a moral dilemma, and you have to make difficult and tough decisions. So it's very important to look at demonstrating strong ethical principles and be a role model for yourself and for your teams. So that's extremely important. So there may be some ethical challenges that you face, but you can overcome them by how you make an informed decision. So making informed decisions are very, very important. Having collaboration and teamwork is very, very important as well, because superheroes, uh, they become successful because they can leverage strengths of each member. So look at who's in your organization, look who's on your team. How are you leveraging yourself in that organization? How are you looking at this person's strength and this person's weakness and creating it to be, a stronger weakness than, and even a more stronger strength in that regard? So just looking at the collaboration, effective communication, that you have, and cooperation among people in the team. So, looking at not being divisive, looking at the opportunity to create something bigger than yourself. It's very, very important to look at that opportunity because the power of synergy and how it contributes, it can help you achieve remarkable results. I never I get it's like, synergize your success. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It is coming, coming, coming. And let me see here. Oh, I do apologize. Thanks, Marcella, for letting me know my logo's in the way. Okay, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Marcella. Thanks for letting me know. Marcella, thanks for joining me tonight. And we definitely will be inviting you to come and be interviewed and share about your business. You're an awesome person. So thanks so much, for letting me know that my logo was in the way. All that time I was talking, just, heard me. Okay, very great. So that's funny. So therefore, it just proves my point. There's the superhero having the person, their team member, showing them, hey, this is how you can be better. So I love my superhero, being there by my side. Thank you, Marcella, for letting me know. And thanks for listening this evening. If you have any questions, please, you may feel free to put it in the chat. But I do want to let you know that you are not limited with your superpowers when it comes to leadership. It's all about the choices that we make, the values that we uphold, and the way that we inspire and empower others as a leader, as in our, and being embracing our superpowers. By embracing a strong sense of purpose, valuing diversity, adapting to change, and empowering others, we can help lead us to ethically and fostering collaboration so that we can unlock the superhero within ourselves, and create the extraordinary results. Let us be leaders that make a positive impact and become someone's hero one at a time. So when I look at Wonder Woman, exploring her leadership lessons, she has a power of compassion for humanity. That's at the core of her character. Leaders who lead with compassion inspire others by being loyal, building trust, and creating a positive organizational culture. The Wonder Woman acts of compassion alone it are is what influences her leadership style. And that strong moral compass and unwavering integrity, you can count on Wonder Woman, and how she grew up and just being surrounded by a lot of strong women. It was just amazing. But she demonstrates integrity to gain the respect and sets the positive example for being part of a team. And she may face a moral dilemma, but how her decisions are guided is through integrity and being courageous and fearless in the face of, like, you don't know when you go out there. It's like, hey, are these people going to be for me or against me? So if they agree with you or disagree with you, you can say, hey, I'm still going to persevere. you know Leaders, would want to encourage change and take bold action steps, and of course lead by example. So that's why Wonder Woman is one of my favorite superheroes in that regard, because then she is so brave and she inspires others and drive them to achieve greatness. At the end of every broadcast, we say, the greatness is in you. And it's true. You have greatness inside of you. And sometimes it takes that superhero power to bring out that greatness that you have. And knowing that Wonder Woman, she's a natural mentor, empowering and inspiring all those people around her, and respecting the diversity of our allies and adversaries. So, looking at resiliency in a person and resiliency in leadership, no matter what challenges or situation that may come about with yourself in personal life or in your business, you want to be able to adapt to that challenging situation and remain resilient and navigate through your setbacks. adapt to the changes, that are needed, and really like inspire people to join your team, to be part of your team, to be, part of your company, and or, contribute to the success of your company in that way, and always offer exceptional leadership qualities that you can apply in a daily basis. And just having a value system, being a business owner is very important, having that value system. And I know today's June, the month of June. The month of June is known for several different things, and the month of June is Pride Month, for the celebration of Pride. So we look at embracing that heritage of that culture, as we embark on the opportunity to embrace a cultural heritage of even the Juneteenth celebrations, when the slaves were delivered and freed. And they didn't know they were free from January 1st, when Abraham Lincoln in that year 1865, 64, 65, and said, hey, the slaves are freed. And then yet they didn't find out until 6 months later. So we celebrate and embrace the month of June for the Juneteenth celebration as well. So there's a lot to be thankful for, a lot to be grateful for, a lot to celebrate here in the month of June. You also have Father's Day, and you have a lot of summer's going to start officially on the 21st of June. So I'm very super excited, about the summertime. It's my favorite time of the year. But looking at the superheroes and leadership and how they inspire us, and how you can look and see their leadership and how you can continuously be inspired. Who comes to mind is Black Panther, of course. And the Black Panther, had to embrace the culture of the country, and honor and value in the Wakanda. It was, of course, fictional city, but there's a lot of reality to that city, in knowing that the people came together, and the servant leadership that the Black Panther exuded, it's deeply rooted in the dedication to serving others and protecting the people. So when you look at who you're wanting to lead your organization, and look at your particular leadership style in your organization, do you have a heart of a servant leader to lead? And what does that look like to you? Are you serving people? Are you protecting them in such a way that makes a difference for themselves, and prioritizing their needs to build the trust and loyalty that you have available to give? And the diversity of inclusion, there again, promoting the inclusivity and the decision making. So because you one man is not an island, you cannot do this alone. And looking at the opportunity, leaders who promote an inclusive decision making can harness the collective intelligence. Look for someone else to contribute to you, whenever you're looking for ways to improve your business. Brainstorm with others, get testimonials, find out truly what people are interested in. That will help you in your business as an entrepreneur. So, in the leadership style that you have, you just want to stay strong, and you want to be resilient, as I've mentioned before. So, with the technology, of course, that's come about in the recent years, also leveraging technology is going to be like super important, as the time goes on. There's a lot of opportunities that you have with growing your business as an entrepreneur, leading your in business, and embracing the technology, and to gain a competitive edge. I know automation is important for some. But I really love that face-to-face contact, and not just electronic contact. And so you want to have interactions with people on a human level. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. You're listening to episode of Power Fridays Live, and we're talking about leadership and in business, and how the various types of leaders can operate as an entrepreneur, and the impact that you can have on society and serving others. So I know I'm in the a wonderful program, and I look for mentorship. If you see someone and they're doing successful in life and in their business, ask them, hey, will you mentor me in this way? Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to do that, because there's a lot of coaches out here, and a lot we've had interviewed here on Power Fridays Live. So you definitely want to check out some previous episodes and learn about the various coaches that we have available. Um, any topic from relationships to business coaching to relationship coaching, and just really helping you build yourself up as a person to take action that you want in your life. So, demonstrating the integrity and making ethical decisions is what I would want a leader to possess, that I would follow, that would provide me the inspiration and trust. So, look at being a mentor for others, if you aren't already, and prepare the next generation of leaders. Because, as I look on the people who we've lost in the past couple of weeks, and I look at their life, and I say, "Oh, Tina Turner, we lost her, and in my condolences to her family and to her widow." That how she inspired people through her music, how she inspired people with her story of all of what she had to go endure and go through. She was a great leader. When she got on stage, she led that band. She led that crowd, and she inspired many people. And I was personally inspired by Tina Turner's story, because it just gives you that power and that strength, to know that that you are the one who can make a difference for others. And she was very empowering individual through her music, through her talent, and I'm sure she inspired a lot of people. So a lot of women probably look up to her as a mentor, in that right of how she was able to share her story and share her success. And then, of course, the development of future women as they become singers and be in the entertainment world. She brazed that path. She lit it on fire. She opened it up for a lot of women when it comes to the being in music and being successful. So my condolences to Tina Turner and her family, and her legacy will live on. And that's one of the things that, as a leader, that you want to be inspired about, leaving a legacy. That is super important in leaving a legacy for for your family, to look back and say, "Oh, they did great. They were a great leader, and they led many others because they made a difference for other people to now take on this role to where they can have success in their life." So I'm very happy to share that about leadership and about being that superhero. And of course, with Tina Turner songs, we don't need another hero. We just need another way home. But find out what's in your heart. That your heart is your home, and how you can contribute to others and make a difference for them. That's very important. So as we conclude our exploration of like the Wonder Woman, the superheroes, talked about the Avengers, talked about humanity and people who are making a difference in the world. We just recognize that the profound impact that iconic superheroes have um, with leadership, you know, um, from who Wonder Woman embodies herself as a woman of integrity, moral character. Those are characteristics that you want to have in a leader. And then the Black Panther embodied cultural pride and servant leadership, inclusivity, technological advancements. Those are ways of looking at mentorship and collaboration as you're building your business as an entrepreneur. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to be a solopreneur. You can definitely build a team of people and individuals who will support you and lead with you as you are guided and delegate and looking at your vision, and really looking at wanting your vision to become a reality. Because for so many times, there's so many people who've inspired others through the visionary of the great leader. So I want to encourage you to have courage, compassion, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. And of course, great aspiring to greatness. So I thank you so much for your time and attention this evening. And do appreciate everyone that joined me to listen. When you see the replay, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. And wonderful to have you here. Good evening, everyone who joined. We do apologize. The internet was out for my guests that I had this evening, but nonetheless, the superhero conversation, I wanted to deliver something and look upon the superheroes that I look up to, and the leadership skills that they possess, and what I believe is important in being a leader. So I am your host, Janelle Pulley, and this has been another episode of Power Fridays Live. May you be, do, and have the greatness that you desire, because the greatness is truly in you. And we just need you to bring it out so the rest of the world will see how great you are. So continue to do great, and be blessed, and have a great weekend. And we'll see you next Friday. Next Friday, we have a wonderful, wonderful guest. I am super excited. An author from Houston, Texas, a woman who has resiliency, and she's a superwoman, y'all. So you definitely want to check us out again next Friday night, 7 p.m. And we'll see you next week on Power Fighters Live. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. Take care and be blessed.